Alright guys, let's talk about tires. Let's talk about tires and tire sizes for these cars, because I think I'm pushing the limit, somewhat pushing the limit on both ends on this one. So this car, when I bought it a few weeks ago, didn't have the factory wheels on it. It had the newer version wheels, the 20 inches. So looking online, I believe it calls, the front calls for a 255/35 and the rear calls for a 285/30. Yeah, I believe it's 285 or 275. Anyways, one of those. So the tires that were on the car were bad. I mean, the wire, the metal mesh thing was showing in the rear ones. It was pretty bad. So I had to get some new ones. Now the previous owner had already put 305s in the rear, and they seemed to fit. So I decided to go with that. But turns out not all tires are the same, even if they are labeled the same size. They're not really the same size. So I got 305s in the rear, got some Pirelli P0s, got an amazing deal on those. But the issue is they're kind of rubbing on the inside. Just very slight. I don't hear it anymore. Maybe just kind of wasted away on the interior panel a bit. I mean, just very slight. You can only hear it at low speeds, especially when going in reverse. It's pretty annoying though. I didn't like that at all. So I actually went back to the shop. I thought there was something wrong with the tire, so I went back to the shop. They put it up on the lifts, spun the wheels, and you know, it was pretty obvious what it was. So on the fronts, the same shop had different tire sizes. They didn't have those 255/35s in stock at the moment, and I didn't want to have to come back. But they did have 245/35s. So 245, slightly smaller than what it calls for, but I went ahead and threw it on there. You know, it's just what 10 millimeter difference in width, so figured it wasn't gonna make much of a difference or be any issues. So I gotta say, it does look a bit stretched. It's not my favorite. I don't like the stretch wheel look, but it seems to be getting the job done, and it's not having any issues. You know, no weird noises or weird handling or anything like that. So, but I would say, as far as tires go for these wheels, I mean, I'm not sure how wide the factory wheels are. These are the 20 inch from the later models, but I would say that 245 in the front and 305 in the rear is probably the limit. I can't imagine running anything wider in the rear. I would love to, but it's just like, I mean, these Pirellis are just like sticking out like a lot. I mean, it's, you know, enough to rub on the inside. So yeah, I would say 305s are about as big as you can go in the rears, and I wouldn't want to do anything more narrow than the 245s in the front. I mean, it's already starting to look kind of stretched. So I would stick to 255. Maybe you can even go a little bit bigger in the front if you want more bulging, but yeah, I figured I'd let you guys know, just something to mention if you're shopping around for tires. You can definitely get away with that. I mean, the 305s look great. I don't mind it at all. I'd, you know, rather have more tire on there. Definitely in the future, I will probably be going back to the 255s once these wear off. Not my favorite look, but it can be done, and no issues so far. So hope this was helpful. Let me know what you're running. see you on the next one.